It's been a few days since I lost my job. I posted a few days ago, and I am now thoroughly regretting my vote for Trump. I had no idea that this is where it was going to go, that this is what he was going to do.
How do you feel Donald Trump has done in his first 100 days in office?
I mean, as the meme goes, this is what I voted for. People have a very interesting way where they'll remember the one thing they don't like and forget magically the 9 things that went well. The borders closed. Illegal crime is substantially down because illegals are now afraid of being arrested.
Today's GDP numbers show that Donald Trump is running America the same way he ran his businesses, into the ground. Before our very eyes, Donald Trump's policies of tariffs and tax hikes are strangling the economy. Donald Trump's first 100 days have been defined by one big F word: failure.
How my good people are watching from this Kenyan Explorer, and I just want us to make today to make this discussion very interesting, and I hope that you are doing good wherever you're watching from, and I greet you good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I hope that you are doing good. So let's dive in this video, this conversation. Since America held their election, it has got to 100 days. And how are the people reacts towards Donald Trump's 100 days in an office? And we get different opinions from different people. But how are people reacted, expressing their feelings towards this issue? Let's watch out.
And in the next fiscal year, it'll all be done. We're going to have something that you won't even believe. We will end inflation, slash prices. We've already ended inflation, raise wages, and give you the greatest economy in the history of the world. That's already happening. And to help these automakers bring their factories home as rapidly as possible, I've just signed an executive order to give partial tariff rebates to any company that assembles its cars right here in the U.S. We have
Donald Trump's first 100 days can be defined by one big F word: failure. Failure on the economy. Failure on lowering costs. Failure on tariffs. Failure on foreign policy. Failure on preserving democracy. Failure on helping middle-class families. Today's new economic news showed that Donald Trump is running the American economy the way he ran his family business: into the ground. Into the ground. On tariffs, what a failure. It's a policy that's in total chaos. One day he says one thing, one day he says another thing. Maybe this country has tariffs, maybe this country won't. Even his policy advisors are at a loss to explain what he's doing. And as a result, instead of all of us in the world going after China, China now has allies all over the world going after us. Tariffs, a failure. On costs, Donald Trump said on day one he'd lower costs of American families. They are up and up and up. And the tariffs are making it worse. Costs will go up for about $4,000 for the average American family. People who have IRAs have lost close to $100,000. Small businesses, medium-sized businesses, large businesses are frozen because they don't know what Trump's going to do. And that constrains supplies and raises costs. Failure on foreign policy. Instead of standing up to bullies, Trump is succumbing to bullies. He's being bullied by the dictators of the world. And again, he's broken our alliances in Europe, and so all the world now looks askance at America. Failure on DOGE. DOGE was supposed to bring efficiency. What instead is it doing? Cutting Social Security, cutting medical research, cutting costs. Failure on helping American families. Cutting taxes on the rich and paying for it by slashing Medicaid. strangling Social Security, hurting our veterans, total failure on helping American families. And who is complicit in all of this? Who, the Republicans in the House and Senate, are co-conspirators. They are complicit. They are aiding and abetting all of Donald Trump's failures. They're not standing up to him once. They're involved, and they will shoulder the blame. Finally, on democracy. Donald Trump is trying to ruin our democracy. He has changed the Justice Department into an attack dog for his political enemies, the hallowed, fair Justice Department. He's washing it away. He is a would-be dictator. He wants to be a king. And again, our Republican colleagues in the House and Senate are complicit. So, Donald Trump's first 100 days are an abject failure. And we Democrats here and around the country will fight him at every turn.
Donald Trump won, and this is what America wanted. They wanted someone they believed to be a strong man. They wanted someone they believed was better on the economy. Whether any of those things are true or not, and much of it's not, this is what America wanted. This is what people voted for. Most of America voted for MAGAism. They voted for the sexism. They voted for the racism. They voted for the convicted criminal. They voted for someone who wants to get rid of health care. They voted for someone who wants to get rid of the Department of Education. But those are all true, but that's what he wanted, and that's what they wanted. So look, this is where we are. America is honestly MAGA country now, and people have to get used to it. Doesn't mean that they can't fight against it. Doesn't mean that it's over. 4 more years in the White House, but that's not the end of the world. Let's hope so.
It's been a few days since I lost my job. I posted a few days ago, and I am now thoroughly regretting my vote for Trump. I had no idea that this is where it was going to go, that this is what he was going to do. You see Cheetos up there? Hi, Cheetos. Who's going to feed him? Who's going to buy my cat food? Who's going to buy my kids food? I had an absolutely amazing position where I was able to basically have America count on me. And now that's been taken away. I no longer have faith in the economy. I no longer have faith in Trump. I no longer have faith that we are ever going to find out how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. I no longer have that faith. It's gone. So you can crack all the jokes you want to. You can make fun of us all you want. But I was earning $45 a minute in hopes of figuring out how many licks it took to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. And now the world may never know.
Welcome back, my people. I hope you have seen all those clips that I played. So you can judge by yourself. You can tell me what you think. What do you think? What were your expectations towards Donald Trump regime? If I can remember, when Donald Trump was campaigning, there was we had that MAGA voters. We had that MAGA voters. The people, those MAGA voters, they are turned out in a large number to vote for Donald Trump. And according to the expectation, they expected a lot from Donald Trump, because they believed in that man. They believed very much in that man, and they knew that this is the man that is going to make their life very good. This is the man that is going to give them peace in their country. He's a man of economy, so he's going to boost the economy of the country. He's going to balance everything, and that's why Donald Trump was competing with Kamala Harris, and as you know, Kamala Harris is a black American. He's not a white. So that competition, Kamala Harris was a woman, or was a person who fitted to lead America at this time. But just because of the racism, just because the white people don't just feel and see the black people as inferior. So that is the reasons why they just stand out in a large number to vote for Donald Trump, and instead voting out Kamala Harris. But I can remember a day when they were in an interview, both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, before the election. Kamala Harris told the Americans, well, very good, that Donald Trump at this time is not the man to handle America. Donald Trump is not.
Donald Trump is an unserious man. But the consequences of putting Donald Trump back in the White House are extremely serious. Consider what he intends to do if we give him power again. Consider his explicit intent to set free violent extremists who assaulted those law enforcement officers at the Capitol. His explicit intent to jail journalists, political opponents, and anyone he sees as the enemy. His explicit intent to deploy our active duty military against our own citizens. Consider the power he will have, especially after the United States Supreme Court just ruled that he would be immune from criminal prosecution.
A man to bring peace and to handle the situation and economy in America, but they denied the statement because they believed in Donald Trump, as they were experienced the earlier governance of Donald Trump. So when they were going to vote, they expected a lot from Donald Trump, and now most of them, they are just regretting their voters. They are regretting their votes. Why? Because what they were expected is not what is happening today. What they were expected is something very different from what is happening up to date. So I think that from this time, let me not say just in America, but in every part of the world, when the people will be going to elect or to make the decision in election in their voting ballots, they will making their decision regarding the person and the interest of the people, of the person they are going to vote for, but not because he is your people, not because he is the person that you believe in so much, not because he is your friend, but you will have to find out more about the person you are going to vote for. So at this time, America is in a very worst situation that has ever been seen. America is in a very big problems. As you have seen, the moment Donald Trump was ascended to power, he started by deporting the black people. He started by the American is for the Americans. So he was to deal with the Americans, to focus with the Americans, and by doing this, when he started by deporting people, maybe all those of tariffs and everything, that he don't need anyone who is not illegal. More Americans are going to enjoy the governance of Donald Trump, because as he was focusing on Americans only. But why are they now regretting? Why are they crying out? So the matter of politics is very hard. It's not something that easy as people think of. The matter of politics is something very different. America, a great country, America, a superpower, is now having a problem with the elections, with the political issues, the economy. America is a very developed country. So if and a developed country is crying out. The citizens are not comfortable. And now the other day I had a Donald Trump saying that whoever is feeling like he's not comfortable in America, he can go wherever he wants. Whether if you want, you come back. If you don't want, it's your problem. So he is not careless. He's just careless. He don't cares. He don't bother about what you think. What he knows well is that is what he is doing is right, and he believes well that what he is doing is what is perfect, and it's what he deserves to do. So we as black people, we as Africans, we have not much to say about this, because this is your war. We have nothing to do about it, because you are enjoying what you wanted. Maybe I can say that when the Americans went to vote, during their voting, as they were turned out in a large number to vote for Donald Trump, they were just doing this to punish the black people, because they believed, well, most of Americans and the white people are racist. So, and Donald Trump is a racist too. And I believed that these people turned out in a large number just to make sure that they're punishing the other race. That is what happened, because after he ascended to power, he started by punishing the black people. And now, those days, the white people or America never talked out, never speak out. They never complained. But after, if you can remember the other day, the issue of segregation, that's when the white people came and started to speak out their voice. And at this time, they are all regretting for voting for Donald Trump. We as Africans, we as black people, all that is happening in America, we have been used to this kind of life. We have been used to. When you come in Africa, the political issues are there always. It's like a daily bread, because we elect the people in office, but after, even before 100 days, the situations becomes worse. All the promises that we were promised during a campaigning time, this is something that is just there to default us. These are things that are there just to deceive us, so that we can give them votes. But immediately after they get whatever they want, they go missing. They start doing things on their own. So we have used to this, but you have not used to this. You have used to soft life, or to whatever you want. You delivered. Your government delivered to you. But now, what you are experiencing is the kind of Africans, is the kind of life that Africans experience every day. So we don't know how we will end, because you still have 4 more years with Donald Trump. So tell me what you think about this issue of 100 days. What do you think? The Africans have reacted, the black people have reacted, the white people have reacted concerning 100 days of Donald Trump in office. As they called him a liar, because what he promised to do and to deliver to them, he has did nothing. Because what he's doing is something that is humiliating the people of America, is humiliating the white people. It's not something that is securing their votes, because what they expected is not what is happening. It's not what is happening, and they are so afraid of Donald Trump. So I don't know what they do. I don't know what they will do, at least to restore their trust that they had to Donald Trump. So this kind of just tell me, what do you think about this issue? What were your expectation at least for the 100 days of Donald Trump in an office? Whether you are black or America, we'll come back and react after we found out the concerns of black Americans, maybe the Africans and the Latinos and all those people, those who are not Americans, will come and check about we have get the full information about them and how they feel about and how they think about 100 days of Donald Trump in an office. And by this time, I'll just end there. Maybe you tell me what you think, what your opinions. Just speak out the comment section so that we can discuss. We can know and we can know from one another and discuss this issue, because this is something to be discussed, and this is the only place we can talk about this. So don't subscribe to the channel for more updates. Stay tuned until next episode.